encouraging Upstanders program has been happening for over the past 11 years here at Pennridge. We take high school students, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders, and they are trained by NOVA counselors to then provide a bullying prevention program where they support kindness, empathy, inclusion, and teamwork. The kids, we have about 40 Upstanders from those 3 grades. After they're trained, they go to the elementary and middle schools, 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and 7th grade in the middle school. There they work in teams. The high school students work in teams together and present the program. And they present it from their perspective, what they've experienced, along with the things that they've learned in their presentation. We feel it's a great way for our high school students to connect with the younger population. The schools love seeing the kids come back.
Hi! How are you? It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you since you've been here.
I experienced a little bit of bullying with trying to find friend groups and just finding a new group coming into 5th grade because I moved here coming into that grade, and it was really hard. And so when I talk to these kids, I'm able to express my own feelings and allow them to connect to me a little bit more, and that to allow them to see that it can happen in rare occasions like that, because you don't see a new kid coming in every day, but that it can happen and exclusion and stuff like that, and that they can, and then show them how they can help someone in that situation.
I mean, I've experienced bullying, especially cyberbullying, because that's more popular nowadays. In terms of playing video games, people saying mean things. So I experienced that. I want the kids to know that that's not right. Cyberbullying online is not a good thing to do, because when you're online playing games, what you want to do is have fun.
Well, it's a little bit, I feel like it's a little bit more fun because they're younger and they kind of get us a little more because they were our age a couple years ago. I learned that you can't you can't bully and try to be an upstander more than a bystander.
What does that mean?
An upstander is where you stand up for somebody, and a bystander is where you just stand by their side.
Ask if they want a friend, make sure that you're being an upstander. So what do you think is happening in this picture, based on what we talked about? Yeah?
That upstander means kind. That upstanders don't bully. Standing up, if someone's bullying someone and you stand up for them.
I really this place is really nostalgic for me, especially because it's where I went. But just coming back here, seeing old staff members, teachers, even the principal, just meeting back with where I'm from, really this is my hometown. It's really just it brings back memories, and it's just a really great experience to have.
There's been so many people that have just been so felt so degraded, and some people just losing all hope and at wit's end just because of bullying is it's so unfortunate. And I definitely experienced my good share of it, even in elementary school and middle school, for just the dumbest things. People just like to bully just to do it because they feel insecure and they want to project. And I think that it's really important that we share that we know it's happening. It's not something fake and people just make up, and to kind of validate people's feelings about that.
There's no words to see, especially Alex coming back in. It was what, 6 years ago we figured out? And to see how much she's grown up, how much she's willing. She just told me she wants a career in education and wants to come back and shadow for the day. And I'm so excited to do that. I've watched her in a couple of the plays, and just seeing how much they've grown and what they've become there's no words to describe how amazing it is. I think a lot of the kids recognize some of the kids when they come in, so whether they've seen them at Deep Run or working at Hickory Stick or just in the neighborhood in general, I think they're getting more from it because it's peer related. So, we can tell them till we're blue in the face about, not bullying and upstanding and things like that, but when it's coming from kids, it's a lot bigger of a message, especially kids that they recognize.
You're saying, hey, stop that, knock it off, right? what you're doing isn't nice, what you're doing isn't cool.
I definitely felt like I started to experience it when I got a little bit older, so like 5th grade into middle school is when people start, I feel like, to really understand their words more. Like I feel like when you're younger, people just say stuff and you're like, oh wow, I can't believe you just said that, but it's like, we're young, whatever. But once you get like actual conscience, like in 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade is when people started to get like pretty rude. Like I would say the biggest thing for me was like body image, people like body shaming and stuff. And I think it's really important that we express how that can make people feel and like share our stories to the younger kids, because I feel like most of them will experience something like that at some point, especially when they get older. So it's important to not tell them that it's gonna happen, but tell them how to handle it like when it happens.
So those past experiences that I had, it helps me kind of give that empathy factor of being in someone else's shoes. And if someone or like some kid were to tell me like, hey, like during a lesson when I'm like talking to them, they'd be like, hey, I was bullied before. I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, that once happened to me. You know, it's really important to like, you know, let someone know, tell a teacher, parent, but you know, stuff like that, just like reassuring them, being empathetic. Yeah, because that's what it's like to be kind. We have a saying here at Pennridge. It's called kindness inspires kindness. Does everyone want to say it with me? Ready? Kindness inspires kindness.
If somebody's like excluding somebody like on the playground, I could go and play with them.
Being an upstander, you can have like more friends because you're like, more people feel included and like more people want to be friends with you because you're nice to them.
You could listen to your parents the first time they say something, or if they say it's time to go to bed, you turn off the TV and then you go to bed. They would make them happy because they're not getting bullied, and I would say, do you want to be my friend?
Don't be mean when you're playing a sport.
And like, sometimes at recess people bring out toys, and like when one of them breaks, I like want to make them feel better about it. Help others.
But
Be kind to them.
can you describe a way that you can be kind to people?
If a toy falls on the ground and it breaks, you could get another toy for them.
Too many kids today think that because they're behind the screen, it doesn't matter and it doesn't carry with them, but it does. I teach my kids in the beginning of the year that you have a technology tail, and that tail goes with you everywhere you go, and you need to make sure that every word, nothing goes away. So just like words hurt through a computer as well.
So as a social worker, we have a lot of different duties here trying to help with school climate. One of the things is making sure kids are coming to school, but also here in the school, that kids are in an environment where they can feel like they're succeeding. And certainly bullying prevention is a big part of looking at the environment, a safe setting. The Encouraging Upstanders has kind of given a little bit more power to the students. It also helps as a social worker me connect, form good relationships with the kids so that when other problems happen, I can pull right from a Pennridge high school student to help me resolve another situation. Really good benefit as a social worker to form these relationships in many different areas.
There's just so much more positive coming out of the classrooms, and you see a lot more students willing to help, willing to step in, things like that. This program is needed. I think in the world that we're living in today, this program is needed to keep that message going that even if you're not a part of it, you can do something to help. And I think that's the big message that we really want to see.
Like, so when someone's bullying someone, you don't want them sad. So stand up for them.
1, 2, 3.
Be an upstander!
On 3, you're going to yell, be an upstander. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Be an upstander!